Well, it's now officially spooky season, and so we've started to invite some of the spookiest people in the 4 states to the show. And we begin with Jason and Brian Wren. That's backwards. This is Brian and Jason Wren, despite what this thing says. You guys know who you are, so that's a good thing. But we've got Brian and Jason Wren this morning.
That's okay,
and so you're with the Waco Schoolhouse Haunt. I have seen the signs for it for years. It's one of the few out there I have not made it to yet. So this is kind of exciting for me to kind of get an idea as to what exactly you guys have. So tell me a little bit about the Schoolhouse Haunt.
1934 schoolhouse. It's been shut down since 1986. We purchased it about 13 years ago, renovated it for a full-blown haunted house. Entertainment, that's all it's used for during the month of October.
All right, and so we're talking, this is a very old schoolhouse, spooky already on its own, and then you guys add a little creature feature to it as well.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of history to it as far as, some of the creepiness, some of the local neighbors, noises they've heard over the years, and some stories of even the janitor had passed away in there, unfortunately, many years ago. So all of the groups that have came in, paranormal groups, they found some activity in 2 certain spots every time pretty consistently. So that is a little bit creepy.
And do you guys tie that into the tour that people kind of go through here?
Not really. A lot of people know the history of it, so they just kind of flow with it. The school in itself is just creepy by itself. It's 1934. You pull up, it's 7:30 in the evening. It's almost dark already. You see this old schoolhouse glowing in the background. That sets the pace. A lot of anxiety sets in for a lot of people.
What exactly inspired you all to buy this building? And I imagine when you got it, it probably wasn't in fantastic shape.
No, it was a lot of work to get it back into shape. That was our younger years. So it took a lot of elbow grease and a lot of time to get it safe.
Yeah, we put a lot of time and effort into it, and it took us a few years to kind of find our bearings. But once we kind of figured out, okay, here's what we need to do. He and I both enjoyed, going to haunted houses when we were younger, but as we got older, we kind of talked about opening one up, and it took this long to finally do it. This is our 10th year there at Waco.
Wow, so you've only been there 10 years. Now, 10 years is a long time, but when you compare it to the age of the building and how long it sat vacant, you've only been there 10 years, which means there's a big gap where that place just sat and scared the folks
it was
of
used
Waco.
for several things over the years with the school. The school put a haunted house on before for project graduation from Carl Junction. They did really good with it. We didn't even know it existed. When we pulled in that little town and we seen that building, that was the one we were going to use.
And what's it like, for the folks that do come through? What can they expect when they get there?
A lot of entertainment, good scares. Everybody's fear is different, so you set the pace for that. So everybody that comes in might be scared of just the scenery. Other people will be scared of the mask or the jump scares. It's a lot of fun.
The jump scares, I think, are my absolute favorite part of the whole thing, because you get the other things, they're spooky, and then you get that guy or whoever that just pops out of nowhere and just gets you.
They do it to us all the time. The actors get both of us, nail us all the time.
That's part of the fun, is kind of scaring each other once we get things set up in there.
It's
a little bit of practice as well.
It's relaxing. It's a lot of fun. A lot of nerve-wracking starting up to it. Once we're involved in it, the October goes by pretty quick.
Now, relaxing is not necessarily a word that I associate with a haunted house, but I mean, for you guys, this is getting to be old hat for you.
It is just a lot of fun.
And so tell me about do you have any specific characters, anybody like that shows up?
We have one good clown, Skittles. He's been there for 10 years with us. He's very popular with the crowd. He's got his own stickers. He's got his own packs of candy hands out.
He's definitely a crowd favorite.
He's a crowd favorite. We have a lot of that. A lot of this stuff is silicone based, easy to put on, very hot, very, very detailed. We go for a lot of detail in the haunt. I remember in school putting on 5th grade haunted houses where you put a lot of trash bags and just a lot of strobe lights. It's totally different nowadays.
I kind of remember some of those when I was younger, the ones that, that's about what they look like. A lot of strobe lights and garbage bags, things like that.
Totally opposite nowadays. Lots of details.
And so for folks that want to get out there, when are you all open and what do they need to know?
We are open weekends in October, Friday, Saturday nights from 7 p.m. until midnight. We do encourage people, because we have become pretty popular. Our lines get pretty long. Try to be in line for sure no later than 11 p.m. And expect to wait nonetheless. $15 entry fee. We do have a fast pass option that cuts your wait time down in half as well when you get there. So.
And then you are at 148 Rose Street in Waco, Missouri.
Yes.
So if people wanting to plug that into GPS.
Off 171 between Pittsburgh and Joplin. Real easy to get to.
All right.
Lots of signs.
Well, Brian, Jason, thank you both so much for coming in this morning.
Thanks for having
Looking
us.
forward to this. As I mentioned earlier, I need to get my wife to one of these. She's never been. She loves horror stuff, so this sounds like the perfect place for her to go.
Sure.
And of course, we've got all the information for the Waco Schoolhouse Hunt on our website at koamnewsnow.com. You can also find them at Waco Schoolhouse Hunt on Facebook. We've got more of the KOAM Morning News coming right up.